It's episode 2 of Financial Football Manager, and today we play our first game of the season, and I'm going to need your help with my next investment decision. Roll the intro. Yes, and welcome to episode 2 of Financial Football Manager, everybody, where I tried to go from unemployed through to a millionaire, and we are about a month into the series right now, episode 2, and we're about to play our first game today. There'll be a lot more Football Manager today than there was in the last episode, first game, I'm feeling a little bit nervous, and I'll explain why in a minute, but let's go and check out our financial position. 5 weeks into our contract, and this is what we're looking at right here. The first thing we need to know is that good old England, via Harry Kane, got the win for me. I put that bet on last week, £135 to return 248. It's a nice little £113 profit. So that was a nice little profit, and my investment future has begun. I wouldn't call gambling really an investment. It's really a gamble. Funny that. They've named that really well. Anyway, what I've done is I put together a little spreadsheet here just to track my progress towards becoming a millionaire. So if we just run through income so far, salary over 5 weeks has been £4,000 so far, 248 pounds of gambling wins, no investment returns yet because we haven't done anything there. So that's a total income of 4,248. If we look at our expenses, rent 685, food and entertainment 1,200, which is 30% of my salary. Gambling 135, that's how much it cost us to put that bet on. And miscellaneous expenses, which, if we take a look at that tab down here, is the letting fees, which you remember we split into 2 payments. So you roll everything up, and I am sitting with a bank balance of £1,633. It's a long way to go to become a millionaire, but we are heading in the right direction. Now, I think we do need to buy a car and a few other expenses along the way, although we are living very close to the ground, probably about 3 blocks away. So it is walking distance, but I think we will need to buy a little bit of a bomb of a car, a little dunger, and see, but we'll see what's available in the next few weeks. But between now and the next episode, which is likely to come out this weekend, can you let me know what you think I should do with my next pot of money? So by that stage, I'm probably going to be another month advanced, around about that. So I'm likely to have about maybe £3,000, £4,000 in the bank. What should I invest in? Are there some shares you think I should invest in? Should I invest in Bitcoin? Should I invest in something else? Should I do some more bets? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. Where should I go with my next investment? I'd be very keen to understand that. Right, let's get into some Football Manager. So here we are. Now, there's been a lot going on, I have to say. It has been a bit of a challenge. And I'll take you through my squad, and then we'll get into our first game very soon. But what you need to know is that I had no scouts, bugger all coaches, bugger all players, bugger all money. I had nothing at all, really. And it's been a bit of a challenge just to get things together. So if we take a look at how about we take a look at our staff? Because when I came in here, everything was very, very low. But since then, we've gone on a bit of a recruiting spree. And if we take a look at our staff, our coaching team here, I brought in good old Warren Green. Quick look at him, 11 for man management, 7 and 7 for judging playability. So really, from a man management point of view, that's why I got him as an assistant coach. I didn't have the greatest candidates to choose from, by the way, everybody. I also brought in none of those. Who did I have? A medical team. I brought in a head physio, Andy Cook. He's got 11 for physiotherapy, 15 for adaptability, which is pretty solid. And another physio right here, good old Paul Wilson, 15 in physiotherapy. That helps because I've got a few people in the sick bay ward at the moment, so that's been very helpful. But the big one that I've had to get on board is our chief scout, Darren Dickerson. Now, he's got adaptability of 12, only 6 for judging playability and 10 for judging player potential, so he's not brilliant, but once again, the pool was pretty light. But funnily enough, Rob Hopkins, who's just the scout, he is way better than our chief scout. Ha! I need to do something about that. His adaptability of 11, judging playability 11, and judging player potential 10. So that's actually not too bad, pretty solid. So the problem really was when I was putting my squad together, and let's just get straight into the tactics page. The problem with putting this together is I only had, I think it was 13 players, or no, 14 players. One of them was injured, and I had no scouts. And it took me a number of weeks to get scouts on board so I could actually understand whether any the players I was looking at were any good. Because I certainly don't have the levels to be able to look at it myself. So what I've done is I've brought in a number of players, and to cut a long story short, we've got a strong midfield and attacking strikers and wings, but our defence is pretty bloody average. So it's probably my best team that I've got on the park right here, and this is probably the one I'm going to start with. We'll do a quick run over it in a minute, but I've settled on the 4-1-4-1 DM wide formation. I didn't have a lot of pace in the midfield. So we've got our, okay, let's take a look at maybe the main players here. We've got Dowling on loan, and he's on loan from Bristol City, and as you can see, he's got some good first touch in there, good passing, some good acceleration, and pace of 12, so look, pretty solid there. Currently 4 stars, ability, potential of 5 stars, just a 19 years old, young midfielder. And as you can see through the practice game, 6.76, not setting the world on fire, but solid enough. Another player that we've brought in on loan is Sterling James. Now, we wanted to actually buy him, but we had no money, so we managed to get him on loan. He's currently, he's 24 years old, current 3-star, potential 4.5, but he really has impressed throughout the couple of games that he did play in the warm-up games. But he's got some great acceleration, so he's going to work down that right-hand side. Good agility, great pace and stamina, so he's got, off the ball, he's got good work rate, all that sort of stuff. So he really did impress and set up a number of chances and took a few himself too during those warm-up games. So I was pretty impressed with him. I put him in as a trial, and he managed to come through quite nicely. Actually, here goes the form over here. So he's 7.65 average that first game, 8.6 second game, 6.7. We do have to remember we're playing pretty crap opposition, but still, you take what you can get. So I've got Paul McCullum up front. He's my main strike. He's probably the best player in the club at this stage. 4-star ability, 4.5 potential, 25 years old, valued at 66,000. I'm still not overly sold with him. As you can see, he's pretty consistent around that 6.7 mark. Once again, not against the greatest opposition. Yates on the left-hand side has been very solid for me. Holland's been decent in the in just sitting back there in defensive mid. Now my defenders, this is a real problem for me. I managed to get this youngster in here, Kyoto, and he is not brilliant, but he was a defensive left, a left defender that I could get on board. He has got some pretty decent stats in some of the categories, but as you can see, he is lacking. But really, he is a stopgap measure in the meantime until I get some of my better players back. So we've got Reader Johnson. He's injured. He can play either central defender or on the left-hand side there, and he is a very solid player, 3.5 stars, and 30 years old, an experienced guy. So he's going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks, so we'll get him back in a month or so. And the other guy is I can't find him. Where is he? Right beside him, Cresswell. Ryan Cresswell. Now, he's one of our most experienced players also. Central defender, 3.5 stars. Once again, good solid stats right here. So it's 4 weeks to 2 months. It could be a while before we get him back. So we really had the heart of our defence ripped out. Really made it quite difficult. We had a couple of players on loan, on trial. One in particular who I have completely forgotten who it is. So that was awesome. And he came in and he played very well, but he was just too expensive and didn't want to come on loan. So in the meantime, we haven't really got strong backups except in the the front third. One thing I decided was I probably had too many strikers. I've got Constable, who's a good striker, a just solid guy, 3-star. He's been going pretty good. My strong guy, McCullum, who I've already talked about. But Williamson, this is where I've made a tactical error right here, everybody. Where is he? He is not happy. Complaining to teammates that he is unhappy to be touted to other clubs. I decided that I needed some budget because I managed to get the board to approve 45% of transfer budget to be allocated towards transfers. And so I decided to get rid of this guy. He's a good player. I thought he'd get snapped up, but no one wanted him. So I'm left with this guy who is extremely unhappy and now a cancer in the club. So that was not a good effort at all. So we'll see. Hopefully we can offload him. If not, I'm just going to have to try to suck up to him and buy him some donuts or something, and hopefully he'll come back on board. But apart from that, if we go into the squad view right here, we check out ability. As you can see, a quick look through, you can see we've got some strength up front. A couple of our defenders that are decent are injured, and then it really tapers off through here. And unfortunately, some of those players, these players down here, are in our first team. So it's a big challenge. That's what I've got to say. So what we'll do, guys, is how about we get things sorted and get into our first game. And like I say, because of these challenges, particularly at the back, I'm not feeling overly confident, but let's see what we can do. See you in a second. Okay, here's a preview of the match, everybody. And they're telling us that we're actually 5-4 favourites. 11th by probably alphabetical order. By the way, actually, one thing I should have shown you was competitions. Where's the pre-season? I've forgotten where it is. National League. Here we go. Overview. This is it. Season preview. That was pretty average. We are projected 15th at 18-1. We were 40-1, so perhaps those acquisitions have helped us a bit. Okay, not too bad. Anyway, let's get back into our team selection. Let's submit our team. We will definitely... Hold on, let's just make sure we've got everybody in the... Okay, so he is ineligible. I've got a couple of players that I've targeted on the transfer list too. Hopefully we can get them across the line, but none of those guys. Okay, so that's all our players who are eligible. We have just got to go with it. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Let's just auto-number those. And let's submit our numbers. Okay, teams are warming up. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First game of the season. We are no names. We've got no photos here. All these guys have got photos. How come we've got no photos? Are we that bad? Let's go to the dressing room. Right. A silence falls over the players. They look fairly attentive and ready to listen. We should ask the team to do this for the fans. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Give the fans something to cheer about. Oh, that was great. Yeah, great. And then no one listened. Okay, that's fine. Let's get into it. Here we are. We're in the blue, everybody. We've got the radar down here. We've got our statistics up here. We can follow along. Just the opening foray there. Nothing happened whatsoever. My players are a little bit tired, by the way, because some idiot organised a midweek game on the week leading up to the first game of the season. And, of course, because my squad's been so thin, I had to play players. I should have really cancelled it. What an idiot. Anyway, it is what it is. We're 10 minutes into the game. And not a lot's happening. This is on extended highlights too, by the way. So we should get a number of highlights if there are some. But just looking at the stats, 59% of possession, that's good. That's one thing I really wanted the guys to do. We're playing a controlled game. Keep the ball. Because we haven't got a great deal of pace in some positions, just looking to knock it around a bit. See if we can get up into a scoring position. But we're 20 minutes in, and oh, guys, this is very exciting so far. Oh, McCullum, he's complacent again. I've had that issue with him quite a few times. And Goburn, as you can see, my midfielder, Goburn, left midfielder. No, he's actually playing central midfielder. He is already down to 70, and he's had a real problem with his stamina. So I might have to bring a replacement on fairly early in the second half. But here we go, guys. This is the most exciting game you have ever seen. Have I got extended highlights on? I've got key highlights on. Let's go to extended, everybody. That might help. As you can see, I'm absolutely rusty, but I'm not going to edit it out because that's how I roll. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, no. Hollins, what are you doing, mate? Oh! You are joking me. If it wasn't bad enough, we're now down to 10 men in our first game. What an absolute tragedy. I've got my head in my hands right now, everybody. Oh, this is terrible. Get up. Good. Good, 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 good. Good save. Okay. Oh, now Sterling James is injured. No. Oh, this couldn't be worse. He's one of my best players. What are we going to do? Ah, jeez. Hold on, I've gone too far. Right, let's see who I've got available here. Okay, we'll bring on Zabrowski. What's really his favourite position here? Striker or left? Can Yates play on the right? He can, so we'll do that. We'll flick him across there. We'll throw him into inside forward support. I'm happy with that. And Yates, he can, or Yeats, maybe Yeats or Yates, I'm not too sure. He can be a winger on. Let's get him attacking. No, supporting. That will do. Okay, guys. Oh my God, what a tragedy. It's not really a tragedy, but you know what I'm saying. First game in, they hit me with frickin' injuries. You are joking me. Okay, there's the first half, everybody. Let's just check out the stats. They've had 6 shots to our 1, 4 shots on target. We haven't had a shot on target. Total fouls 4. Who cares? But we have held possession well. Might need to make a few changes in the second half. Pute talk. What are we going to say? Yeah, we're a man down, but we can still get a result. Surely that will inspire them. They listen keenly. Hand over to assistants. All right, guys. Oh my God. It's not good. It's not good. Well, let's just see. Maybe we can, you know, from here, any points out of this match now really is going to be a bonus, the way I see it. Even though they're not rated, this team. Con Jones played out, mate. Oh, you're kicking across goal like that. Oh, that's a rookie error. Nice defending, though. Oh, yes, Boyce. And Zabrowski gets out there. That's nice. I was happy with that. McCullum, you're complacent, mate. I'm not happy with you being complacent. Oh, here we go. We've got another highlight here, Zabrowski. Oh, but it's intercepted. Or stolen off us by Wright, but great goalkeeping by the 2-starred Fitney. Good boy. Corner coming into the mixer, but we get it. Flitney. Oh, Flitney. It's not Fitney, it's Flitney. Get it right, everybody. All right. How we're looking at Goburn's hanging in there, but I might make a change there soon. I really don't have the defensive players to make many changes at the back. Flitney, 7. Yeah, he's playing out of his skin. Good time to do it too. I think we're going to look to make a sub pretty soon, probably the midfield. So let's just wait for it to get through to 60 minutes. But things are not looking amazing, but they could be a lot worse, which shows just how crap this team is we're playing. So let's make a sub right here, guys. I think we'll bring in, so Goburn, you're gone, mate. And I think, who's our guy? Yeah, Miley. Miley's our guy. He can come on for Goburn. Let's throw him in as a central midfielder. Definitely on defence. Yeah, that would be good. Just to cover that hole back where good old red card Holland got smashed. McCullum, yeah, I'm getting you out. James Constable, he's our journeyman player. We'll get him in there. He's not I don't want him as, what have we got him as? A target man. Okay, that's fine. But let's say support. Yeah, they're both on support, so they'll feed it in. Let's confirm it. Let's see if those changes are going to make much a difference. It's the only changes we can make between now and then. Okay, let's put a shout out there, everybody. Let's get them to show some passion, I reckon. Let's get them fired up, hopefully. Fired up! There they are! They're fired up. 64 minutes in, just 25 minutes left in this first game. They're going more attacking. That's fine. We've had 1 shot on goal to 11. Okay, we're just holding out right now. I don't want to touch anything just in case. I put the big hex on it. 72 minutes gone. I think we need to get into... So we're on cautious. That's right. That's good. That's good. I'm happy with that. We'll go with that. We just really want to see this out. Come on, where's a highlight? Sort us out. Eastleigh move up to 14th position. We didn't even do anything. Okay, just 10 minutes to hold out here, ladies and gentlemen. Not a whole lot of highlights here, to be fair, as we drop down to 15th. Come on, give us a highlight. This is what happens sometimes. They've made a substitution. We're dropped down to 16th and we've done nothing. We're getting up and we're dropping back. Should we look to play a little bit more of a... No, we're not going to do anything. We're not doing anything. We've just got to hold out. This is a gutsy performance right here. 89 minutes gone. Just 2 minutes of added time. Our players are absolutely stuffed. Look at them all in the red. There's no highlights. Here we go. We're going to get a highlight of the final whistle maybe. Boyce gets up nicely. Miley. Just pumps it forward to nobody. Can we produce some magic right at the end? No, because there's no one down there. It's out to Osborne on the wing there. Come on. No, come on. Yeah, good interception there by Jones. Flicks it up the wing. Oh, come on. Feed it through, mate. Okay, the whistle's going to blow any second here, guys. It's a good result given what's happened. Probably shows that we could have dominated this team and perhaps taken all points. Oh, look at this. Yates down the left-hand side. Feed it in. Oh. Thought something exciting might happen there, but nothing exciting happened. Man, whoever mowed this grass has done a fantastic job. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like we got away with a draw there, to be fair. So let's get in the dressing room. He's saying the performance was disappointing, but frick, I'm happy with that. Oh, jeez! Okay, I was an idiot. Clearly they thought they were crap too. I should have probably looked at their results. Bummer. Oh well, there we go. They switched off. Ha! Oh, we did give a clean sheet achievement. How about that, everybody? Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is the very first game done. Let me know who you think I should be investing in moving forward. We'll get another episode up in the next few days towards the weekend, New Zealand time. So it's probably like a Friday if you're overseas somewhere in a different time zone. But we are sitting there after one game with one draw. We're in 15th position. We've got a lot of work to do, let's be honest. We've got a sick-looking squad. We've got to get our defence shored up, and we've just got to get a attacking. Like we had one shot on goal right there. It wasn't good enough, even with a man down. So we've got to sort that out. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. And until next time. Oh shit! I've just frickin' noticed Hollins has been suspended. You idiot! All right. Anyway, guys. Until next time. Take it easy.